Welcome back everyone. Today, let's take a look at some of the hottest new mods for Skyrim released this month. First and foremost, we have an incredible new armor mod called Ferrum Nibenis, featuring several unique armor sets, all with an Imperial theme. There's the Haruspex set, built for a barbarian and features a really nice bull helmet. The Battle Mage set, more aligned for a mage type character with flowing golden robes and a wizard hat. Then my personal favourite, the Mothweave set, which resembles a samurai armour and comes with two different helmets. All three armours look fantastic in game, and they do require HGT physics to work properly. I also did come across one issue specifically with the feet mesh, which seemed to be a problem with the body mod I am using. But thankfully there is already a patch collection available that I will also link down below if you have a similar issue. Otherwise go ahead and enjoy these magnificent armors in game. Next is a new animation mod for third person called Elder Creed Movement. This mod provides new animations for the movement of your character, including walking, running and sprinting. It takes heavy inspiration from the Assassin's Creed games, and as someone who has played them, you can definitely see the resemblance. The mod also specifies that these animations are player only and will not be seen on other NPCs. Overall, I think the animations are very smooth and well made. To me they seem to work better on a male character, as they almost resemble a tough guy walk, which fits well with a more masculine build. But if you are looking for a high quality movement mod, I would give this one a go. Next is a new building mod called Northern Farmhouses, and as you can see, it overhauls the architecture of all the farmhouses found around Skyrim with a very Nordic style. These farmhouses are very common in Skyrim. For example, towns such as Riverwood or Ivarstead will pretty much be completely overhauled with this one mod, as well as other towns of similar nature. I think this mod does a good job of not changing too much, so you can still tell it's actually Skyrim while still creating a unique, refreshing style that both looks great and is something new for you to experience. Speaking of style, this type of building is very much to my taste. I love the Nordic theme, as you may have noticed from some of my other videos, and it will most likely be staying in my permanent mod list. However, I do appreciate not everyone will like this certain style, and in that case, I have another mod called Redbag's Falkreath to showcase. Now this mod completely changes the visual identity of the city. All of the buildings are now wooden with dark timber, which makes sense given the city is built in the middle of a giant forest. The designs are all highly detailed with great attention to detail and look fantastic in game. But perhaps the best thing about this mod is the addition of a new arena to the city where you can fight against several new warrior NPCs to claim the title of the greatest fighter the city has ever seen. While this is great, I do have one tiny issue. The arena itself is very large and literally overshadows other parts of the city, but other than that, this is a fantastic mod that gives a very unique feeling to one of Skyrim's more iconic places to visit. And as always, with all mods that overhaul a large world space, it will require some patches for larger load orders, but there is already a patch collection available linked on the mod page. Next we have a mod called Iconic's Spriggan Retexture, which overhauls the visuals on all the Spriggan variants found around Skyrim, including the classic Spriggan and Matron, as well as the Dawnguard DLC Earthmother, and even the burnt Spriggan variant found from the Dragonborn DLC. This retexture is high quality and makes the Spriggans actually look like they are made from wood and bark that have come from a tree. The visual change is also noticeable in game, unlike some other retexture mods. There are also a couple of optional add-ons, one to replace the classic buzzing sound to a more natural rustle of leaves, and another that adds a new leaf texture to the bodies of the Spriggans to make them look even better. Totally worth the download for an amazing Spriggan experience. Up next is a mod called Flies Around Corpses by Mihail. This mod adds the sound of blowflies flying around rotting or dismembered corpses and skeletons, or even the fresh meat found at markets. Here is a short example. Basically, anytime you see meat or flesh in game will now have the sound of flies flying overhead. This mod does only include the sound effects, so you won't actually see any flies, just the immersive sound. A great little touch of realism for your game, even if it is a little gross. Now we're going to take a look at possibly the best mod released in a short while, called Skyrim on Skooma. This mod will let you experience a unique trip when consuming the drink called Skooma. In total, there are 69 different trips you can experience, each lasting around 60 seconds. However, each scenario can have slight variations, meaning it is very unlikely you will experience the same trip twice. Pretty much all of the trips you will experience come with a visual element of some sort, or give you a completely different perception of the game. If you are sensitive to flashing lights, there is an option to turn them off with a console command. Some of the more wild trips will make you dance or turn you into a random object, while others are downright bizarre and will have you questioning your grip on reality. In all seriousness, this is a fantastic mod that you can tell has had a lot of time and effort poured into it, and not to mention it is hugely fun to play around with. Just don't drink too much skooma at once, as you may become addicted. Next is a very new mod called Kratos Guardian Shield Animated, which is an add-on for another mod that features the God of War Guardian Shields. When you are not blocking, the shield will be displayed as a small attachment on your wrist, but expands as you perform a block. It works both in third person as well as first person, and is a fantastic small detail that will enhance your combat experience. As a massive fan of shields, this mod was a perfect addition to my game, and to make it lore friendly with Skyrim, we can say it's some form of ancient Dwemer technology that you managed to uncover. Then we have an update on one of the best spell pack mods called Storm Lightning Magic 2. Originally this mod featured 3 spells that allowed you to call down bolts of lightning on your enemies. Well, now 3 new spells have been added for even more electrifying fun. There's the Tesla Fair spell, which produces a ball of lightning to pursue and shock your enemies. The Maelstrom Master spell that produces a large area of effect lightning storm, damaging all in its path. And the Gloomstorm Atronach, a powerful summon that can use its own unique lightning magic. All of these spells feel and look fantastic, not to mention are very powerful. The sound design in particular is amazing. I highly recommend picking up this spell pack. And lastly is the mod called Immersive Hunting Overhaul. This mod very simply makes some changes to the animals found around Skyrim to make the difficulty a little more balanced. For example, a wolf will now be level 8 instead of level 1, meaning on their own they are still easy to handle, but a pack of them now poses a far bigger threat than before. Also, the items you collect from the wild animals that you hunt are now worth a lot more money. For example, a bear pelt is worth 100 gold compared to the 50 gold it was before, or a werewolf pelt is now worth 250 gold. This makes hunting much more profitable and allows you to actually roleplay as a hunter and actually make some money from your expertise. A great little mod for those who enjoy hunting. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again next time. Cheers.